During this crusade in Aflao, we slept at Agbozume. That was where our hotel was, or the room where. And Nogokpo is the demonic headquarters in the Volta region.
Hello, this is Alfie. Welcome to Team Alfie Web Services. Today we're going to discuss a story that unfolded right here on African soil. A narrative that sits at the intersection of religious beliefs, traditional values, and modern communication. This story begins with Archbishop Charles Agyinasare, a notable figure in Ghana's Christian community, and the village of Nogokpo, a small but significant player in our traditional African religious practices. Just a few days ago, on May 24, 2023, Archbishop Agyinasare stood before his congregation at the Paris Chapel in Ghana. His sermon that day was on divine protection and the existence of evil forces, common themes in Christian theology. However, it was his reference to Nogokpo as the demonic headquarters in the Volta region that would send shockwaves through the public consciousness. He recounted a harrowing tale of spiritual attacks his team faced after a crusade in Aflao, attributing this to the spiritual powers of Nogokpo. This sermon didn't just stay within the confines of Paris Chapel. On May 25, 2023, a video of the sermon was published online, spreading rapidly across various social media platforms. The sermon was met with considerable backlash from social media users and the citizens of Ketu South. The Nogokpo Shrine responded with a Facebook statement accusing the Archbishop of lies, false prophecies, and deceit. The tension escalated when on May 26, 2023, Togbi Saba V, the chief of Nogokpo, issued a public statement. He urged the media and the public to hold their tongues and be respectful in their comments about Nogokpo and its shrine. He mentioned that he was deliberating on the matter and would make his position known soon. Finally, on May 28, 2023, Archbishop Agyinasare attempted to soothe the stirred waters. He clarified his statements, insisting he intended no disrespect to the people of Nogokpo or the Volta region. He expressed regret for any misunderstanding his sermon may have caused. To underline his relationship with the region, he mentioned his familial ties to the Ewe people, his wife and sons being of Ewe descent. Ghana, like many African nations, is a rich tapestry of various religious beliefs. We have a vibrant Christian community, and at the same time, we have African traditional beliefs deeply rooted in our history and culture. These beliefs often exist side by side though the dynamics between them can sometimes be complex and delicate. This story reminds us of just how intricate these dynamics can be. 2 days after Togbi Saba V's statement, Archbishop Agyinasare addressed the controversy in what many would describe as a delicate dance of apology and clarification. The Archbishop sought to cool the heated atmosphere. He expressed regret for any misunderstandings or misinformation that his comments may have caused. He further clarified his statement, explaining that he meant no malice or disrespect to the people of Nogokpo or the Volta region. To underline this, he shared his personal ties to the region, revealing that his wife and 2 sons were of Ewe descent. However, the Archbishop's response stirred mixed feelings amongst the public. For some, it was an important step towards reconciliation. For others, it was far from sufficient. Many felt his words were more of a careful clarification than a heartfelt apology. There were questions about the sincerity of his regret and whether it adequately addressed the perceived slight on the Nogokpo shrine and the traditional beliefs it represented. His clarification raised more questions than it answered. Was the intention behind his sermon truly misunderstood, or was it a case of regret after an outcry? What role did his personal connections to the Volta region play in the narrative he now spun? More importantly, was his response enough to mend the rupture between the Christian community he led and the followers of the traditional Nogokpo shrine? These questions highlight the complexity of the situation and remind us that words once spoken cannot be easily taken back. As we conclude the story, it's essential to cast our eyes forward and reflect on the lessons learned from this incident. The intersection of Christianity, African traditional beliefs and social media, as seen in the Nogokpo versus Agyinasare incident, provides a significant learning opportunity for interfaith dialogue in Africa. Going forward, respect for the diversity of religious beliefs is crucial. Every religion, whether mainstream or traditional, has a place in our communities, and each contributes to the cultural mosaic that is Africa. Educating ourselves about these various belief systems can foster understanding and mutual respect. Public figures, especially religious leaders, play a critical role in setting an example of respectful dialogue. Additionally, the power of social media as a tool for information dissemination and dialogue cannot be underestimated. However, with this power comes a responsibility to use these platforms judiciously. The aim should always be to promote understanding, peace, and unity rather than to stoke division. Finally, interfaith dialogue must be encouraged at all levels of society. This dialogue should be guided by the principles of mutual respect, understanding, and the recognition of the inherent dignity and worth of every individual, regardless of their religious beliefs. In a world that is increasingly interconnected, the need for respectful interfaith dialogue is more important than ever. It's our hope that the story of Nogokpo versus Agyinasare serves as a stepping stone towards achieving this goal. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to Team Alfie Web Services for more thought-provoking content. Remember, our unity lies in our diversity. Until next time, this is Alfie, signing off.